All right, what up, what up, what up? This is episode 8. Bad Advice Show. I am your host, your commissioner, owner of the Aardvark Kings. A team that's so fucking back, baby. This is it. We're back. I am Grant Cron. With me, as always, owner of the White Bronco Boys.
Yes, sir.
His team, his organization has a championship. He doesn't, but the organization's got a ring. There's Trevor Philippi.
Yo, what's up?
How are you doing?
I am great. I'm a little tired. That's all. I'll bring the energy though. I'll pick up.
A little different stream today. We're doing it on Saturday, not Friday. I apologize for that. I was coming off the road. And I didn't get home till like really late last night. So
He's a working man, folks. Have some patience.
So we had to push it back to tonight, but here we are. This is it. You know, I felt bad. I didn't want to delay this week any longer than it needed to be because we're so fucking back, baby. We're so fucking back.
Yeah, you're excited to be on the stream. I want to hide my face on stream. So we're two opposite ends of the spectrum here.
But hey, you know what? You still have better, bigger hopes, dreams, and aspirations than I do. This might be, this here might be the mountaintop for me.
Well,
The way this week has gone, this season has gone, I'm happy just to have one. I feel like it was hard. It's harder to go defeated, like not get a win, than it is to go undefeated sometimes.
I would have to agree with you.
Like, for like everything to go like, and you know what? I won't even blame injury. You will not hear me blame injury because there really haven't been any. I mean, Tua got hurt at the beginning of the year, and I had him, and so that affected him and Tua. But like other than that, it's been a healthy team. It's been a pretty healthy team. We haven't performed. Maybe it's front office. Maybe we got to make some moves. Maybe we got to talk to our recruiter and move on from our recruiter. I mean, he's been here a long time and done very well, but you know what? Maybe he's lost his edge. No, we're not naming names. We're not ready to. The organization is not going to throw anybody under the bus.
No, I've heard good word about your organization. So
because I want him to be able to go forward and get a future job elsewhere. I don't want to affect his chances in the market. But we'll see. Who knows? Maybe that's not even the issue. Because you know what? Maybe we turn it around. I believe here we are. Nick Chubb's back, baby. Tua's supposed to come back.
It's a big boost. A couple big boosts.
Here we go. Let's win out.
Yeah.
The stars align. We hit that third wild card spot, and
Stranger things,
we're back. We're back in the win column. Then we're back fighting for the championship. But right now, let's. So announcements. The ticker across the bottom. I have not had a chance to update tight ends, so this is post last week. So just keep that in mind. I think there has been some shakeups. I don't know if I don't know. On the ticker it's on the ticker it says 4. You're saying 5.
I think it's
the league hasn't done an official count yet. So this is keep in mind, guys, the ticker on the bottom is all unofficial. It is all unofficial. This is the AP side pot poll. So,
yeah. Well, we'll discuss later, but I'm looking to put my foot on the pedal at least for the side pot.
If Mike, I'm pretty sure Mike is finally on the board. AT3, our official turf toe tappers, and I think he jumped up right away because that's if he played Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews had 2 tutties.
He did.
And so if he played him, I know Mike has him. He put himself on the board and moved up pretty quick.
Yeah. Any week you're getting 2 is a good week.
That's a good week.
For sure, especially from a tight end. So
let's get into the wrap up here. Week 7 wrap up. I got my matchup. Aardvark Kings winning 133 to Gritty Committee's 113. Let's go.
I gave you my blessing last week, and I think it paid off. You know,
Yeah,
and I'm the Pope, but I did put the ball in your court. I said you were going to take this one.
and you know, and I did this
Congratulations.
still with Tyreek only getting me 2.3. Will Riker got me 18. Steelers D did all right. But Jahmyr Gibbs get me 37. I know they beat the Vikings, which sucks. But come on, baby. We needed that.
We're trying to pull up the matchup here. My bad. I'm a little lost right now. I'm doing it on the browser right now, but
Billy had, Jalen Hurts did pretty good, 29. Brees Hall, 26. Mixon, 26. Great, solid running back core from him. But then just everybody else. Devonta Smith fell off. Malik Neighbors did all right. Ingram only did all right. Garrett Wilson pretty good. But Jets defense getting -3 is the killer.
yeah, that sucks. It happens every now and then when your defense goes negative, and it's just a kick in the nuts. It really is.
Yeah.
Well, because it's like I'd be better off with an empty spot in the roster, but that, of course, is a penalty. So don't want to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, he wasn't even close anyways. But let's go. First win in the bag.
Yeah, very, very nicely done. Finally, I got it pulled up. So sorry about that.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah, I like your guy Will Reichard too. Hey, Cade Otton, great play as well.
Yep.
Will Reichard.
Cade Otton, 18 points without a touchdown. And going forward, Godwin's hurt. Evans is hurt. Otton, hello, baby.
Yeah, honestly, I lost in the shuffle. Everyone's adding the wide receiver. What about the tight end? So, sneaky move going forward here. Not even sneaky, but that might be a good play for you.
It might help. It might help my run here now. Because I'm going to need a run. We know I'm going to need a run. I'm going to have to.
You need it.
How many? What is this? Okay, so it's week 7. So we're going into week 8. When do our playoffs start? Week 15, I believe.
Probably 14 or 15.
7.
We're a week later than most, so I think it's...
Yeah, because we go every week of the NFL regular season. So week 15, I believe it's week 15. Yeah, because then that's 3-week playoffs. So that's 8 weeks left. We have 8 playable weeks left. We could do it, baby. If we win 8 games, go 9-6. Go 9-6. It's on the table. I'm telling you, it's on the table.
It is on the table. It is on the table. We can't deny you that. History doesn't, or past performance does not affect future results. So
true. So you know what? We got good bones. We just need everybody to fight. Everybody needs to row. You know, David Goggins. Who's going to carry the boat? We're David Goggins. We're Jocko Willnick mode right now. We're making our bed as soon as we get up.
I wouldn't put you in the David Goggins category. I'd put you,
We're fat David Goggins right now. We're David Goggins before he changes his life.
You came out of the coma. You're in the hospital bed, but you got a heartbeat. You're up and you're eating.
Yep.
You're eating. You're building strength.
We're building strength right now. We're on those things, those bars that help us walk right now. we have the nurse with his arms around our hips right now, helping us walk. But we're up. We're up right now.
Amen.
So yeah, that's my matchup. Fucking let's go. Here we go. Yeah. I'm pumped.
And hell, man, Jalen Hurts, 29, Joe Mixon, 26, Brees Hall, 26. If you just look at that and ignore the rest of the lineup, you'd say, I'm off to a pretty good start here.
Yeah.
But despite all odds, you fought back. Jahmyr Gibbs with a huge game. Wow. He was all over the place.
And so yeah, we'll get into more about my team later because there's a lot to get into with it. But We'll move on to the next matchup. No game plan, losing 102 to the champ is here, 190. We still do not have someone who's passed over 200.
Yeah.
Champ is here has come close twice now at this point.
They're tiptoeing close to the line. Yep. Yes, what a performance it was. Starting with, honestly, I mean, he's got to be an MVP candidate in the NFL at this point. Baker Mayfield, wouldn't you think? I mean,
he's got it. He's in the conversation. I think Derrick Henry has kind of the front running horse in that one right now, but
yeah,
Baker I mean, he's relevant in it. I would think he's in the talks, right? Or is it Baker? So it's just like, who gives a shit?
You got to recognize the game here. I mean,
real recognize real, right?
If they finish out the season with a winning record or make playoffs, you'd have to think, but it usually goes to a bigger name, like you said. But besides that, I mean, Champ is here showing you why he's so scary. I mean, when his team, he doesn't need, well, Broncos D, holy shit.
Oh yeah, Broncos D was huge.
All around. Yeah, he made the right lineup decisions. Hell, he could have put some bench players in and still won this one. But yeah, that's a good team, a well-rounded team.
And you know, no game plan put the only team out on the field they could.
Yep.
Zeros across the bench.
Mm-hmm.
Even a zero in the game category. Smith, did he get hurt during the game?
I have no idea. Look at the game log. He must have a target. You'd think he'd got to have a target. But because you'd think he would have swapped him out had he not.
No target.
Oh,
that's
interesting.
What does the news say?
Week before, with the goose egg.
Ruled out the rest of week 7. So it looks like he started and got hurt with a hammy.
Yeah.
During the game. Must have been pretty early.
Yeah.
Good bones, though, for no game plan here. You know, Jordan Love, 22. Kenneth Walker getting 23. A slow start to Kenneth Walker this season? I mean, was hurt for a game or two. And
hurt for 2 weeks, I think.
Okay, 18 week 1, then 0-0, 33, 14, 20, 23. Kenneth Walker having a great season, obviously, it looks like.
Yeah, for sure. He's showing why he's kind of he can pass catch, he can run it. You know, his injury is usually, or staying healthy is usually his biggest bugaboo. Once he's on the field, though, he's a dog. He's a dog. Yep. But yeah, you just run out of gas.
Yeah.
Down that lineup you go. Rams D still putting up 28 points despite getting scored. Oh, that was Vegas. Never mind.
Yeah.
The Vikings game. Whoops. Yeah. But yeah, man, that's some impressive defensive performances here.
Very.
To say the least. So.
All right. Next matchup I have is Uncle Buck's Power Drill. Barely losing to Stadium Hot Dogs. 124 to 127. What a shootout of a game.
Sorry, Uncle Bucks, but thank you for losing so I can stay on top of the division.
It was a rough week for the top half of the division. Yeah, the top half of the divisions, I think pretty much everybody, I don't know how Jacob did, but Billy lost, you lost, Uncle Buck's Power Drill lost, I think Dan's System lost. And then, so yeah, we just need to know how Jacob did. I don't know. Connor won. So out of like the playoff teams right now,
yeah, it
was a rough week. It was really it was the bottom totem pole week for everybody.
So here's how it went. Remember we talked all about how we would rank his 3 quarterbacks?
Yep.
He made the wrong decision, unfortunately.
Regardless, he made the wrong decision.
I think we both said Goff, didn't we?
Yeah, I think I put Geno Smith. Walter.
Walter Cam. Nice.
Oh, Walter.
But yeah, these are the type of mistakes that cost you games right here. You know?
Yep.
Sometimes you just got to play it safe.
Oh, for sure. If he would have started one of these 2 QBs, if he would have just made a different decision,
Mhm.
We're talking a different matchup here. Hell, he's even putting up 140 some points, maybe 130 some points.
No, you're right. Yeah, 140 something. Yep. Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's tough. Thank you for making this decision, like I said, because I thought I was going to be tied for the division lead after this week, but little help from my friends. We get by with little help from my friends.
Yep.
One of them being Uncle Buck's Power Drill. Something I'm seeing here, David Njoku woke up a little bit. It seems.
Yeah, had a
Just 'cause,
tutty.
well, Deshaun Watson definitely tore his ACL or
Yeah,
Achilles.
Achilles,
Is that
I
early
believe.
or late in the game?
I don't know.
I have no idea either. We should know these things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
being
honestly,
a sports
the jolt,
program.
the jolt Cleveland probably got from just having anybody else in there.
What? Who's it?
enough
It's
to wake
Jameis. It's
anyone up.
Jameis Winston, isn't it? Eating
Gotta
W's,
be famous Jameis, yeah. Yeah.
stealing crabs, and eating W's.
Didn't he also stand up in the lunchroom and yell like "fucker" right in the pussy or something?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know if it was that, but he did stay because I think he got suspended for like.
And then he went to the game and suited up and pretended like he was
Yeah.
kicked off the sideline. Oh, Jameis. Well, we're getting derailed here, but
Kelly, who's his three? Are you talking his QBs? Anthony Richardson, Goff, and Geno Smith.
yeah.
And I think I ranked it. I went Goff. You know what? I think I put. No, I went Goff, Richardson, Geno.
Smith. Yeah. Yeah. We both said Goff. So, guys, this is called the Bad Advice Show.
But you know what? We're being
take our
sarcastic. You know what? Sometimes it's good advice.
It's
You know,
something-
you got to sift through the bullshit to figure out what the good shit is. And you know what?
That's true.
You pay attention. We're giving some heaters out.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Sometimes not always for ourselves, but you know what? We care more for others, right?
Yep. Yep. We're here for your pleasure. That was
Before
weird. Sorry.
was it McPherson only had one missed field goal. He had one missed 50.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Quiet game.
Before we move on to the next matchup, Kyler Murray throwing for 27.2 for Stadium Hot Dogs. Marvin Harrison Jr. only 5.1 points. Let's see how many targets he has. I think I don't want to start any drama because he had 6 targets on 3 receptions in the Chargers games, and I don't want to start any drama because everybody in the NFL listens to this show, but like little animosity between Kyler Murray and Marvin Harrison, at the press conference.
Was there?
Well, I wish we could play the clip, but it was like Kyler Murray said something like, he's going to do what he's going to do. He's going to want to be the player that he wants to be, or something along the lines, just kind of pretty much alluding to that they're not really gelling together.
Controversy.
They're not really flowing together. And Call of Duty came out today or yesterday.
I was just gonna bring that up.
I know. I mean, everybody's making the joke, so I don't want to be hacky here.
We're gonna be hacked.
But like, how much does it affect Kyler? I mean, that's old stats. That's old stats.
Yeah.
Is that new Kyler Murray? Is new Kyler Murray going to be affected by this Call of Duty? And is this the end of Stadium Hot Dogs because of that? Because Marvin Harrison isn't gelling and relies on Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray's been doing pretty good, but new Call of Duty out.
Yeah. Find out next week on Bad Advice Show.
Yeah.
But yeah, another surprising development here is the Tank Bigsby coming out of kind of nowhere. I mean,
Yeah.
with ETN out, I mean, a guy named Tank Bigsby, you just kind of want to root for him. So
He had 30 in week 5, but other than that, it was like 2.9.9073.
Eggs are a complete dumpster fire, and he's kind of turning it on now. So
Yeah.
watch that. Stay tuned for that one too. But yeah, solid win by Stadium Hot Dogs and manager Tommy. So
Yeah.
to get that done. Thank you for your service.
All right, next matchup. Dana's system, 82.16 points, losing to Purple Rain. Okay, so Purple Rain. So 2 out of 6 playoff teams right now won. 4 of them lost. It's a bad week to be a
bad week.
to be a playoff team. But Dana's system, 82.16 points. You know what that is, Trevor?
I think I have an idea.
That is the lowest scoring team of the week. That is $15. You know what we need? A soundboard. We need to incorporate soundboard more. But on it, Jay and Silent Bob, the $15, little man, put that shit in my hand. We gotta get that sound on there, or even just the clip. Have that like clip
Jamie,
play.
clip that shit up.
Jamie,
clip that shit up. Add it to the soundboard.
But yeah, no, that's $15, buddy. Sorry, lowest scoring team. Thank you for your contribution. Thank you for your donation. You can go ahead and pay the treasurer on that one. Cash App, Venmo, Cash, smooches. I always say it. He doesn't say he doesn't accept them. I don't know what the conversion rate is, but ask him. I'm sure he would take smooches.
How good of a smooch is it?
Exactly. You get work that out with him. I say it every week, and he hasn't said he doesn't take them.
He hasn't said no, guys.
So try it. A couple smooches. Maybe it's a 1-to-1. Maybe you got to give him 15 smooches. He could even probably put you on a payment plan. Spread it out throughout the year.
Good. Maybe he's going to charge interest. Maybe 5 more smooches. Maybe it's 20 smooches with interest.
A 5 smooch down payment or a 7 smooch down payment. Then maybe 2 every week and a half.
Yeah, that seems fair.
All right.
We'll have to get
because 15 smooches right off the bat. That's a lot of. After you got
for one man to handle.
Yeah, you got to think after like 8 or 9 smooches, they could become dull, boring smooches.
That's true.
The smooches become meaningless.
Yeah.
In fact, smooches become kind of weird after like 7 or 8 of them in a row.
No doubt.
The first 6, you're like, I'm in heaven. It's like $1 for every smooch I'm getting right now.
Oh my gosh.
But pay up, Danny.
Down a tangent here. We're down a tangent. I love it. That's hilarious.
But okay, Tank Dell getting 0 points.
That's a rough one. We had twin zeros here for both of them, so you can't. Which is weird. You don't see too many zeros. Are these injury zeros, or what are we seeing here?
I think Green Bay shut down Houston. I think CJ Stroud only had like 90 some passing yards.
Didn't Debo have like sickness and he suited up and then just walked off the field and didn't come back? I think that's what happened.
But let's see here.
I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Debo was like sick. But yeah, I mean, Purple Rain, honestly, this probably people would agree the scariest lineup to face. Maybe Champus here has an argument for that. In terms of depth here, though, one of the scariest lineups.
Yeah.
Still, I mean, is 143 an off game for him or an off week for him?
No, I think this is average for him.
Yeah. It's hard to say 143 is off. That's almost an insult. I should just.
But I mean, if we're talking Champ is here, we're saying 143 is an off week because he's put up 190 a couple times. He's putting up 150, 160 points. So, but the rest of the league, I mean, Purple Rain is on the higher end. So 143 is a average to slightly high week for him. I would even say Purple Rain's probably averaging 130 points a week. But I think for a lot of the rest of the league, 143 is high.
Yeah.
82 though is low.
Yeah, that's just some bad luck there. I mean, you got the players for it.
Yeah. Kamara kind of pooped on you a little bit.
Yeah, that was a weird game too. That was the Thursday night game, I believe.
Yeah.
Kind of saw it coming. I mean, Denver is sneakily a pretty good team. I mean, defensively for sure, and they're kind of figuring it out on offense too. So
yeah,
keep note of that. Niners D. I mean, this poor Niners team is just
Imploding a little bit.
falling apart. Yeah, imploding. For a team that was favored to be a Super Bowl contender, that looks like those aspirations are almost behind them. I won't say completely, but yeah, that's just a rough week for Dana's system. And Deontay Johnson, the slipper has fallen off the foot maybe for that Cinderella story, but
Yeah, well, that's I think that one's gonna be a peaks and valleys.
but also though he's got George Pickens on the bench, who's I was
Pickens
questioning
put up 22.
about Russell Wilson starting, but that looked
It started off slow, but looked good. It looked great in the second half. Kind of prime Russell form in the second half.
Yeah, for sure.
Is it sustainable? We'll see. It's going to be tough. I mean, because it was a rough first half for him.
I mean, that's the best. I think one of, if not the best, what am I trying to say? Cornerback rooms in the Jets. So it's not like he's throwing against slappies. Like, so good for Russ.
Yeah.
Shaking off the rust a little bit. But yeah, and then do you think Laporta's just having a little sophomore slump this year, or is it just where's his usage going?
I think a little bit is all tight ends across the board, but at the same time, yeah, it's a decent.
He was so good last year.
He was lights out last year. This year, it's rough for him.
Yeah. What does he got him at? Let's see.
He's got him at $11.
You're still gonna keep him next year. I would. So.
Yeah, you got to take the chance on him, I guess. But I mean, this year, he's put up 8, 3, 5, 9, 17, 3.
Yeah, I feel like he was putting up like 12 to 20 points almost every week last year. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's still time. Detroit's a really good offense. So you can tight end, you live or die by the sword.
How much longer do you keep with Laporta till you finally throw in the towel on Laporta?
I think in our league you got to keep him at that price.
Yeah, but do you shop him around a little bit? I mean, to one of these lower teams like mine, John's, Stadium Hot Dogs to kind of build on, or do you give him maybe a couple more weeks?
I think you keep with him. I think
you keep with him.
He's on a good offensive team. Injuries happen. I think you keep with him. You got a little kind of. You got a good player in Pitts on the bench who can be consistent. So I think you stick with him and hope he figures it out. But at that price, I think someone might, throw in an offer for something.
But is his value only keeper value, or is there value to him this year?
Where does he need to upgrade in his roster though, other than maybe tight end? So I guess I don't know if he
tight end, maybe running back.
Yeah, well, H.N., Bijan, I mean, Jordan Mason. I mean, he's pretty solid. So
yeah,
I don't know. I guess Purple Rain. I think he's got good enough players around.
He's got weapons. It's going to be a scary playoff team no matter what.
Yeah, I don't think if Laporta puts up 5 points a week, he's got to really worry about it.
Yeah,
to be honest. Well, yeah.
All right, next matchup I have White Bronco Boys losing to the Legion of Poon.
All right, I'm going to hide my screen. You guys talk about it.
Yes, this was a rough one for you.
This was going to happen. This is like a trap game in the NFL, Where
this was a trap game. Everybody was just
of the league. No, I would never say that.
Yeah, this was everybody's mortal lock, I think. Everybody had you as their mortal lock. Hey, he can't lose.
Oh man, it happens. It was the injury bug for me. I mean, Jaden
still 5-2 though, only 2 losses.
I can't be mad. Yeah,
you know what? You lost this week, but that doesn't change that you are the better team. I mean, I don't know if that helps you sleep at night. You still lost.
I mean, it does, but it doesn't. It would have been nice to get up 2 games on these guys in the division.
Yeah, go 6-1 would have been pretty nice.
And still 1 up, so at least I'm not even with anybody. So that's
you're in the hunt for that first round bye in playoffs.
I'm really trying for it, but we'll see. But yeah, it's going to be tough going forward. I mean, Ayuk blew his knee out. took a shoulder right to the knee. That one sucked.
Godwin's done for the season. What do you got him at price-wise?
Great year. I think he's
19. So what's that make him next year? That makes him.
He'd be 25, I think. Wouldn't he? No, 30. He'd be 30.
Oh, let me break out the calculator.
He'd be 30 with rounding.
He'd be 20. Yeah, with rounding, he'd be 29.
Okay. I don't know, man. I didn't see the injury, but I heard he dislocated his ankle, so I think his foot was just flopping around like a fish. So yeah, that's brutal. But he was having such a good year too. Yeah,
22, 29, 17, 12, 11, 40. He even got 13 points before he exited.
I know. Like, I can't be mad. He at least put on a good show on his way out for the year. So,
Ayuk, is he done for the year?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
all right, you got a decision here.
Yeah.
Whoa. Pacheco's in your IR right now. Godwin's on IR. Ayuk's on IR. What's the deal? Where's your head at?
They're all on the waivers. Go fucking grab them. I don't care. I'm here to win.
Oh, did you already drop them?
I don't have room to carry dead weight. I don't. So go pick them up. I don't give a shit.
Not even going to try and make you're not even going to try and make a trade?
I'm not saying I won't make a trade, but I just can't carry these guys on my roster. So.
Have you dropped them yet?
Yeah, they're gone.
Damn, that's a fuck up. You should, because there's value. There's inherent value that with like Godwin and Ayuk.
Who's gonna? Everyone knows I need to. What am I gonna do? I have no leverage.
Who did you pick up? Who did you pick up for Ayuk and Godwin?
Juwan Jennings and Khalil Shakir.
Okay, Khalil Shakir.
To keep them on the bench.
Ayuk, though, you don't think Ayuk could have got you like?
No.
You don't think John would have gave up Hawkinson for Ayuk?
Absolutely not. He's got. Who wants to at this point in our league? Everyone's in it. Technically, everyone's still in it. Who wants to give up a good player for a player that's not going to give them points?
Well, you're not going to get a good player, but you don't think John would get. But you don't think like. John would have gave up like Alexander Madison
John
for Ayuk.
Has never made a trade in his life.
Hold on, because he's a terrible trader. I'm just in theory. Take an Alexander Madison adjacent player.
Why would he give him up? I don't know. I just don't
for the inherent value of like, yeah, next year you have Ayuk, a potential superstar, for someone who's peanuts this year, but better than anybody that you could have traded him for on the free agency.
I didn't explore it. I needed the roster room to get people who can get me points. I didn't have time.
Hey, we're thinking about today, not tomorrow. Fair enough.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. My head's at. Did I want to keep him? Yeah. Could I? No. Not if I want to win this year. So it sucks. It's just the position I was in, but there's definitely some value there. I mean, go bid on him. Go waste your fab on him. I don't have the time for it. So, yeah, but yeah, let's dissect how John kicked my ass. Because, well, let's not say kicked my ass, but not all my injuries. He had a good fucking lineup. He has Josh Jacobs coming alive, T. Higgins, Javonte Williams with the 2 touchdown performance. Fucking solid. Madison. And Bowers. I mean, that's a good come alive win for him and all those guys. So and Patrick Mahomes is having just a weird year too. It's a weird year for Patrick Mahomes. What do you think?
Yeah, it's been. I mean, what does he have him? CBS have him at position ranked.
Oh, very nice, Grant. Good job.
What?
I like that.
What?
Nothing. I just got a little update on my phone.
A little notification, but what was the notification?
That's good for you. You grabbed Ayuk.
I did. Hey, you know what? I have room in my IR.
You were so quiet over there while I filibustered for you.
I did just drop my.
I thought I dropped audio. but here you are.
No, I did just drop my head, dig into my phone, go, oh, I'm gonna pick him up right now. I mean, because I have room in my IR spot, so
Yeah, I did try to trade him to you, and you were disgusted with me. So apparently he had no value to you.
oh, that's tactic. You also wanted to take keepers from me. I need to keep my keepers.
Fair enough. But I hope he does well. No, I don't. I hope he dislocates his other fucking ankle on your team. We don't wish injury upon people.
Patrick Mahomes, QB ranked 22. So yeah, it's an off year for him.
Weird. I mean, this has kind of been happening the past 2 years, though. He didn't have a great year. I mean,
he had a slow start last year.
Let's separate fantasy from reality.
Yeah, in reality, they're undefeated, so obviously he's doing all right. He's not doing that bad.
For sure.
Fantasy-wise, though, yeah, he's riding the struggle bus for sure.
Yeah. Does John think about moving Patrick Mahomes here? I know he's on a good keeper price, but what is he?
He is. I just had it pulled up. 6, I think.
Bucks.
Yeah. 20. Yeah, 21.
What does Patrick Mahomes go for next year if he doesn't keep him?
If he doesn't keep him,
do you think it's $21?
I think it's over 21. I think it's closer to 40.
40.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't pay him, but I think like he's going to be estimated. Like people could, because it's quarterbacks can go for a lot.
Do they though? I don't think they do historically in our league. I think Josh Allen went for 30 something last year, maybe more. I can't remember, but it's an interesting.
Maybe you're right. But yeah, it'll be interesting next year.
Yeah, he's got a decision to make there.
Javonte Williams finally having a good game.
Yeah.
He's been, last year he was pretty quiet. I mean, 3, 11, 6, 10, 16, 4, 26. 2 tutties.
Yeah.
Yeah, great week for him.
Maybe more of a game script game for Denver there, I think. Well, they kind of ran away with it at the end, but yeah, definitely good for him. And again, hats off to you, John, for taking me out. I'm not happy about it, but can't be mad. So,
all right, last matchup of week 7. New logos. I think everybody has a logo now.
You got a new logo alert?
Yeah, Make Football Violent Again has a new logo. Uncle Buck's Power Drill has a new logo. Gritty Committee has a new logo. I'm pretty sure everybody has a new logo now. If you don't have one, shoot me a text.
Get your logos. Customize that team. Flex your muscle.
Make Football Violent Again winning 113 to 106.
Let's just say Lamar's vertebrae are hurting for this matchup.
Yeah.
Dragged
him across the finish line.
Forrest Gump, Lieutenant Dan, dragging the whole team over the line. So.
And you know what? And this was one where it's just like the rest of the team like actively tried to not go across the finish line. I mean, 4, 3, 0, 4, 6.
This was the Monday nighter last week, wasn't it?
Yeah.
One of the Monday night games. AT3 had to have been watching this game if he wasn't just being like, what the fuck?
Well, I mean, he didn't have that great of a week either.
No, but he probably had a win chance above like
50%. Yeah.
He's watching Lamar go off and he's like, motherfucker, it's going to happen, ain't it?
Yeah, Stroud, we were talking about Tank Dell earlier. Stroud for artificial turf, 86 passing yards.
Oh, my gosh.
That's it.
I took an over on his prize picks.
Oof.
What?
Oof.
What the fuck?
That's a rough one.
Yeah.
Well,
there's your answer.
What was the over? What was the over under?
Like 240 something.
Damn. That's a rough one. Didn't even come close.
No, dude. That's what they call a gamble. But yeah, and then there's your answer. He did start Mark Andrews. So.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, so give him 2.
Yep. And Saquon continues to be hot. I think we knew he was going to be hot going into New York. I think he had a chance to break his game high rush record, like his most rush yards in a game, but he opted to sit on the bench. So that one's got to.
He had 176 rushing yards. Yeah,
especially when you lose by what's this, 6 points. Not
Yeah.
quite 6 change. And then Saquon's in there on the bench. He's like, nah, let the young dogs eat.
Saquon running back 1. Mike spent $75 on him.
Yep.
Worth it?
Can't.
Or not worth it?
He could have paid more.
Yeah, but I mean, he's 3-4. He could have spread that money around a little bit. Sure, he got the number 1 running back. But
suppose.
Is that enough getting the number 1 running back to justify where his team is?
Interesting thought. I mean, I'd rather have him than not have him. I get what you mean, though, at that price.
Yeah, at that price. I guess, I mean, we won't know till the end of the season.
No, but I don't think he made a mistake by bidding that up.
No, yeah, I'm not trying to say he made a mistake, but just was it worth the 75?
I think so. Because who else in fantasy are you bidding $75 for right now? Who comes to mind?
I mean, I spent 64 on Tyreek. I mean, keeper value.
No offense. He's not paying the dividends.
No, he's definitely not paying. He's definitely, and you know what? If we talk about is the money worth it for Tyreek, I say no, because I built my team around Tyreek. I kept him, spent 64 on him, and
that's why I'm saying I think it's worth it. You know, he called a shot. Is he number 1 in all of fantasy, or does that always go to a QB? I think it always goes to a QB.
It usually goes to a QB because they score so high consistently.
He might be number 1 overall in points. If he is, it's totally worth it. But
so he's averaging 22 a game, and just on here it just says RB rank first. We can look into that later.
Yeah, but I think worth it. I think if Mike's team comes alive, I mean, seems kind of like a short bench. You got some guys, but he's just got to be selective with who he plays behind Barkley. But you'd rather have that in your arsenal than play against it.
Yeah. Stubbed my toe as I swung around.
Oh no! You got the artificial turf toe tapped.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what else do we got to look at here?
We'll peek at the bench real quickly.
Ooh, benches.
Benches thin. Rodgers only 15. Rodgers falling off.
Who would have thought? The 40-year-old drug addict quarterback.
The ayahuasca tripping.
Yeah, the Jets are just stinky. Kind of stinky.
All right.
I mean, I think
we'll move on to next week. Oh, yeah, he's a better option than Zach Wilson for sure.
I think the team was better off with Zach Wilson. It seemed like they wanted to rally around him.
Yeah, the young guy.
Yeah, but he just has such a fucking punchable face.
Oh, for sure.
Zach Wilson.
Living my dream, banging MILFs. He doesn't get to live my dream.
That bastard.
All right. Week 8. Here we go. Well, let's take a look at the standings first as we go into Week 8.
Good call.
Haitian division, White Bronco boys on top. 5-2.
Mm-hmm.
Most points in the Haitian division, 982.
Yeah, we're going to try to keep moving against a just absolute gauntlet in the next 3 weeks of people. So
yeah,
really needed that win. That's all I'll say.
But you know what? You stayed still, though, at least. They didn't gain any ground. You didn't lose any.
We'll look back on this week and remember this loss. We will.
Yeah.
Here at White Bronco Boys HQ.
We won't forget, but we'll move on.
Lest we forget.
Uncle Buck's Power Drill Dana system sitting in the wild card spots. Make football violent again and no game plan. Just barely fighting me off right now.
Dude, there is one dog left running around in the Haitian streets, and we're all trying to eat it.
Yeah. I'm climbing though. I'm here. I just need to pass either Make Football Violent again or no game plan.
Be the hungriest Haitian. Let's.
We hungry. We hungry.
You got a little taste of flesh, and now you're just
Now we like
you're
it.
rabid for it.
American Division champ is here. Purple Rain tied for first place. Tiebreaker goes to the champ is here for the bye right now. Purple Rain Gritty Committee in that number 2 and 3 playoff spot. Gritty Committee just, fighting to stay in there, Artificial Turf Toe and Legion of Poon just outside of the playoffs, nipping at his heels. Now, I think this is going to favor AT3 a little bit. Legion of Poon is, I think, going to kind of stay towards the bottom. He's having a nice renaissance right now, but but I don't think
The disdain for John is so apparent. Oh, John, I'm rooting for you, man. Don't let him bring you down.
Don't lie. No, you're not.
I can say what I want to say. All right. This is a league-friendly show. We don't hate on anybody except John.
No, we hate on everybody equally.
Okay.
There's just one person who takes it more personally than the rest, and that's John.
The best part is we have to hate on ourselves, but
no
one's here to hate on us for us.
I hate on myself. I've done this. I'm the most self-deprecating. Go back through the history of the show. It is nothing but self-deprecation.
That's the best way to live, in my opinion. But
Stadium Hot Dogs not far from it. I mean, like I said, we have 8 regular season weeks left. Still a lot of fantasy football left to be played before playoffs start. Like it's not over yet.
Hard to say. Grant, you for sure need some wins. But
I need a lot. I need a lot of them. It's out for me more than it is others, especially because of our division. I mean, you, Dana System, and Uncle Bucks are kind of starting to run away with it right now. You guys are just looking like dominant teams. Where the American Division, Gritty Committee has had some bad L's. Purple Rain has taken a couple bad L's. Mm-hmm. Artificial Turf Toe Tappers, a couple bad L's, but some good W's. Yeah. And so
this American race is going to get tight.
The American race is going to be one to watch. It's going to heat up and it's going to be good.
Yeah, you might see a good team miss the playoffs.
Yeah,
might.
But,
yeah.
All right. Let's get into. With all that being said, let's get into Week 8 preview. I got Stadium Hot Dogs versus the Aardvark Kings. I'm hungry for a second dub.
The numbers favor you.
The numbers favor me. Vikings played for Stadium Hot Dogs. Put up a donut. I had Will Riker. Put up 9 points.
Mm-hmm.
Ready to roll. Ready to roll. Ready to roll.
He's missing someone in the lineup. What's going on here?
No. I got Ayuk. He's in my. I just moved him to my IR. I don't know why it has him in my starting lineup.
Interesting. Oh, you're a plus somebody. You should play him. I think you should play him.
Oh, you think? Oh, you think? Yeah. Well, I'm that confident.
I think you should be. He's your guy, dude. Great timing, bro. Great timing. Love the soundboard. That's great use of the soundboard. Well, yeah. Do you want me?
Best guy around.
What about the people he murdered?
What murder?
Oh my god. Well, yeah. Do you want to talk about your team, or do you want me to? Where do you want to go?
You talk about mine. I'll talk about Stadium Hot Dogs, and I'll start with Stadium Hot Dogs. I'll let you finish it. Wrap it up on mine. Keys to success for Stadium Hot Dogs. Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray needs to have a good game. And, I see that he sat Marvin Harrison.
Ooh, yeah.
That's a tough one. Because there hasn't been performing.
Double XP weekend. Launch
weekend. Double XP. Yeah, launch weekend, double XP. That it's tough. What do you do? Do you keep trying to ride it, hoping something pops? Or do you...
Yeah, I think you do. I think he has the talent, clearly.
So,
I don't know.
Yeah, he does have the talent. I mean, looking at his flex, he's playing CeeDee Lamb and Dowdle. Or Dowdley, however you pronounce it.
Dowdle, you got it right.
And I think Dowdle is kind of starting to pop. Hold on. Oh, I thought I heard a dog. Yep. He's starting to pop, but like of all of them, that's who you put Marvin Harrison Jr. over, I feel.
I think you're going to see a swap here. It looks like Jonathan Taylor's healthy. Personally, I'd roll with him in the flex over Dowdle.
Oh, yeah, even there, for sure.
I think you might see a switch here.
Even still, it's an uphill battle. Kyler Murray, CD Lamb, they need to outdo their projections. Everybody else needs to hit. That's my keys to success for Stadium Hot Dogs.
I would agree with you there. I see you're going off the board here. Bo Nix. Interesting play here. You're going to roll with Bo Nix over Kirk, huh?
I am. Bo Nix is playing Carolina. He's probably going to get dropped again next week. I'm gonna kind of start a streaming process with Kirk being my main. But if I don't like the matchup, we're switching it up, and we're gonna stream someone else. But Kirk is gonna be the main. I like the Denver versus Carolina matchup. So we got nothing to lose. We're gonna give Bo Nix a workout here.
Man, your keys to success is gonna be. Gosh, what a room of running backs all of a sudden here. I mean,
that's like all I have.
He's at his ups and downs, but Jahmyr Gibbs, really talented player, man. I mean, he's fun to watch. That whole Detroit is just a fun team to watch in general. I mean, and Rachaad White, I've always been a fan. I think he'll be just only get better as he'll kind of shake off these other guys behind him, I think. And stay the guy. I think people are giving up on him a little too soon. But yeah, and then you got Nick Chubb, who how did he look last week?
10 points.
10 points, which
he had a touchdown, but I don't think many touches.
Sure. I did not watch the game, but hopefully, love to see Nick Chubb back though. I think
11 attempts, 22 yards, 1 tutty.
He's going to sound lame, but I think your keys to success is everyone meets their projection. A couple guys go over their projection. You're sitting pretty. Your only thing that could hurt you, does Bo Nix have a poopy game and throw like 3 INTs or something?
Yeah.
I mean, he's prone to throw a few INTs, but he's pretty mobile. He's a good scrambler. He's definitely got an arm on him.
So let me ask you, is the Denver-Carolina game, is that trap game? Is that a trap game right there?
Who's the home team? Do we know?
Carolina, I believe.
Could be.
Or no. It's Denver. Denver's home team. Because otherwise it would say Denver at Carolina.
Well, I don't think so. I think Knicks will give you 15 points. I think, if they get up, they're not going to have him throwing the ball all over the place. If they get up a few scores, they're going to turn to that run game again.
Yeah.
And run the block. So that's kind of been, I don't know, it's easy to just put everybody in against Carolina. It seems to be a good strategy just because they're kind of.
It's got that luck's got to run out soon, though.
It does, definitely. But you don't know. I think it's a solid play. I think can Cade Otton absorb some of these absent targets from Mike Evans is going to be out. I'm pretty sure he's got hammy issues.
Yeah, Mike Evans, I believe, is IR, but he's slated to come back. But Godwin's IR out for season.
I think you got the right lineup in to cruise to victory. So I'm going to pick you. What are we saying? Spread is here. Looks like it's damn near 30.
Spread. I'd put 10 points. The original spread before Thursday night. Yeah, we'll go 10.5.
I'll take you in the points.
Woo! Because we're not confident. I'm just gonna go me. I'm just gonna take the money line on me.
Gotcha. You're not confident in this matchup?
I'm not confident in any of my matchups. We've put up points and we've lost a lot of games this year.
All of a sudden, I look at your lineup though, and I wouldn't want to play you this week. I'm just saying that. So I'll take you in the points.
All right, let me just write that down so I have it for a record.
You're keeping records. All right.
I've written all of them down. One of these days I got to put out what our record is. Maybe tonight I do that laying in bed.
How are you going to do that while laying in bed? You weirdo.
Well, just go through the matchups and write it down.
Write them down in your dream
Well, because
journal.
yeah, I got to add because I got to go through and make sure like, oh, did we hit the spread? What's the spread? What was the score? Blah blah blah. Not just win or lose.
I like how we set the spread and also bet on that.
Well, we don't really say it's by projection most of the time.
Yeah.
Unless it's
Right.
crazy, then
But
we
a 30-point spread is just
that's crazy. We got to bring that in. We got to find something more
you got
realistic.
to reel that in here. Yeah.
All right, next
You gotta-
matchup I have is Gritty Committee versus Make Football Violent again. Is this an Aardvark Fantasy Football League trap game here?
for
Is Make Football Violent again gonna beat another team? Now he didn't quite beat a juggernaut last week in dominating
Well,
fashion, but he's 3-4 making moves.
let's put it this way. I'm not going to take a ton of. Hey, he got the win. I'm not going to shit on it, but like we said, it
Wasn't
Lamar
pretty
and
one.
heavy lifting.
Yeah.
So I think you're going up against
He was missing Swift last week, if that helps at all.
solid team. Does Swift really move the needle for me? I don't know. I'm not much of a Swift truther.
Neither am I, but you put Swift in there, it's seemingly. I mean, couple 20-point weeks, everything he had plus Swift being Swift, we're looking at like a 120 week from him, which is competitive.
Yeah, certainly. I think just the lineup on the other side for Gritty Committee is a lot to go against. I mean, you're going to need big games out of, for sure, Swift. Sutton's been invisible this year, considering he's one of the best. He's their number one in Denver.
Yep.
So can these guys get going? It's going to be a big
And he
build-up.
put up a donut last week.
Yeah, and Fryermuth, I mean, what has he done?
I don't feel like much, if I'm being honest.
No, he's got one game at 16 points.
Yeah,
That's
6, 7, 7, 16, 9, 3, 7.
consistent, at least consistent.
Yeah.
Consistently under 10 points. So I don't know, man. I mean, you're gonna need guys to for sure overperform your projection. If Lamar can do the heavy lifting again against Cleveland, it's a divisional game, so not necessarily Baltimore is going to want to put their foot on the brakes and slow down if they get up there. Plus, you got Jameis going in there. Maybe he can get Cleveland going a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a trap game. I think this is Gritty Committee's to lose. He's got the lineup to win.
Yeah.
Just looking at strength of lineup. But hey, I mean, Cortland Sutton, you're on the Denver Broncos this week. Can Cortland Sutton get going? That might be an X factor here. I think it comes down to Sutton. Can Fryermuth have a big game? Can Jackson have a above average game? There's a path here.
There is a path. I mean, especially because Devontae Adams, he can pop any minute. Being back with Rodgers, I feel like it's
Devontae
only a
Adams.
matter of time. And and Shane, Make Football Violent again, does have Rodgers. I mean, it's tough because you got Lamar Jackson, but I feel like for most other teams, I don't know, if it was my team, and I keep in mind you don't have Lamar Jackson, maybe you have anybody else, Kirk Cousins, maybe I will say most of the other league minus the top 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm plugging Rodgers in to try and double up on tutties.
Yeah.
The
You're gonna play
the
play
2 for the
Rodgers
price of
over-
1.
You're saying you'd play Rodgers over Lamar?
No, not Lamar. I'm saying excluding like the top 4, top 5 QBs in the league, I'm playing Rodgers over everybody else. If I have Devontae Adams on my team, also.
I guess the problem with that is you got Garrett Wilson on the other side too. So it's like, which one of these wide receivers gets the work? So I mean, if you put Rodgers in, you're just offsetting points, I guess. Which
you're grabbing 2 for the price of 1. If I'm saying that's if I had like Devontae Adams also. You know, because
Sure.
like I say, Make Football Violent Again does have Devontae Adams and Rodgers. So replace Lamar Jackson with any other QB not in the top 5. I think I'm playing Rodgers in that to try and double up on tutties.
Got what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Sorry, maybe that was a bad kind of
No, I'm just
terrible
slow.
way to explain it.
It looks like spread is 25 points. The bonk. 25 points. What if we put it at 22.5? Or is that too much?
No, I think for this matchup, 22.5 is good.
Yeah. Who would you take there? And what?
I'm going to take Gritty Committee at 2.5. Oh, shit. You said it before. Didn't even register. Sorry. I missed it. Garrett Wilson is on the other side.
Yeah.
Even more reason to pay Aaron Rodgers. Either you're getting Devontae Adams, a 2 for the price of 1, or you're offsetting the Garrett Wilson playing 3D chess.
Well, if you get the touchdown throw, I suppose you're offsetting 4 out of the 6 points.
Yeah.
Yardage equals out.
Yeah.
Or, well,
No, it doesn't. So you minimize
Correct.
damage there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But even still, I'm going to take Billy at minus 22.5.
I'm gonna jump on that bandwagon and throw my money down there too.
All right. Next matchup. Champ is here versus the White Bronco Boys. Big matchup. Gauntlet. 2 best teams in the league. This is slated to be a great game. You guys are both projected right now 129.5.
Yeah.
Or 129.
Yeah. We're
Woo! This is huge. This is Ollie Tyson or Ollie Frazier. This is Rumble in the Jungle.
Mike Tyson and Jake Paul.
I don't know. No.
We're talking Mayweather McGregor, the biggest of fights. Yeah, I mean, I have a good feeling about my team this week. We'll see if that turns to ashes in my mouth. But I guess I'm not going to analyze my own team.
Well, we'll do the same thing. Well, you keys to success. Champ is here. I'll keys to success. You, why don't you start it off for us?
I'm worried about Amon-Ra St. Brown. I think we touched on it last week, but we know Tennessee is a pretty good run defense.
Yep.
We'll see how they hold up against probably the best running team in football, Detroit. But if they can bottle them up and they got to run to the air more, Amon-Ra scares me. I mean, he scares me in general. He's a great player.
Yeah.
He gets a lot of targets every game. But also they got a guy down there, L'Jarius Sneed, though, cornerback, who is pretty good. So I don't know. I think you'd probably single him up on Amon-Ra. But for sure, that's a little scary. What else do we got here? He's got our boy B-Rob, Mr. Many Men.
Many men. God, I gotta get that. I gotta get that on the soundboard. Many men.
Producer's note. Yeah, I mean, he's had a good year too, man. He only gets better. He's just a hard runner, it seems, and they're not shy of giving him the ball. And I think Jaden Daniels is out, if I'm not mistaken. I think my guy Jaden Daniels.
Yes.
It looks like he's out. So
that says limited practice, but
I think he's out. He's got a goose egg in. I don't know if I'll play him. We'll see. But yeah, I mean, Brian Robinson scares me a little bit. I think that game versus Chicago might be kind of a bruiser kind of football game. We'll see, though. But yeah, and then, I mean, I'd hate to say it, but Sam Darnold getting 22 almost feels okay to me. I don't know. Is that dumb to say? Like, I don't think I can beat it with my QBs. Jaden Daniels injured, but at least it's not like a 25 plus.
Yeah. Yeah, 22 is a manageable.
Yeah. It's not like he just won the matchup with the QB there, but certainly not a bad performance. No, not going to say that. That's good for Darnold for sure. But yeah, and then we got Broncos D at Carolina. that could be that could be scary.
Yeah.
So, he's got plenty of ways that could just dissect me and put a bunch of points on the board. So
Yeah.
these other guys aren't slouches either. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah,
All right. For your keys to success, you need a couple people. I hate to say this. You need a couple people on Connor's team to do bad. So it's outside of it's outside your control, you know. But you need James Cook, and you need James Connor to have some bad games, or even you know what, James Connor can do good, but James Cook and Drake London, you need them to have bad games. I think those are the two that you kind of. If you're watching any of his matchups, you need to watch those because they need to have bad weeks.
yeah.
But if we talk about your team specifically, what can your team do? You know, you said Sam Darnold. You don't think you're gonna do that with your QBs. I'm not worried about Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
You know, he's playing Dallas. Dallas
No
is.
receivers.
Well, you need Kittle to play also. That's the second half of that.
For
Is
sure.
you need Kittle to
Kittle's
play,
out.
and you need him to have a tutty or two.
Yeah. He's been pretty consistent with that. But when he's playing, there's no other receivers in it. Jawan Jennings is out. Don't know if Debo's going to play. Ayuk's obviously out. The ball has got to go to Kittle. I
Yeah.
mean, that could be sink or swim there.
Kareem Hunt, he's playing Vegas, but you need him to do good.
He's been doing great.
Oh, yeah, he has, and you need him to
doing
keep
great.
that up. Montgomery, nervous about Montgomery, but so let's take him out of the question. Playing a great run defense. Let's say he scores 8-10 points, fine. Brian Thomas, do good. Keep being the Brian Thomas that we're coming to know and love this year.
Yeah, man. He's been really
Ferguson makes me nervous. Your kicker, I ain't nervous about that. Ravens defense ain't nervous about that.
my boy. Let's just say, hopefully, I'm doing a shoey on next week's stream with a W. So
I'm hoping you are too. And you know what? I'll put out there, if my kicker gets over 19 or over, I'll do one.
all right.
Hell, if we make it back to 500, I might do two shoeys. One at the beginning, one at the end. One to bring us in, one to bring us out.
All right.
I gotta
Bookmark.
that's if we get back to 500 though.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with that flex spot. To be honest, I'm just hoping I get points and maybe pad the flex touchdown league. That's
Don't
kind of a
hate it.
dumb-
no,
Kind of a
no,
dumb move.
you know.
Kind of a dumb move. I'm not going to lie. People out there are like, what are you thinking, man? Side pots are for losers. Well, you know what?
Say side
got
pots
those
win
things
money
too.
though.
I got bills to pay too. So yeah,
Um,
we'll see what happens though. If Kittle doesn't go, that definitely throws a wrench in my plan.
Cup did all right for you. We like that. We like 16 from Cup.
Yeah, for sure. He had that touchdown, so it was good to see him back. I need him back. I need him back the rest of the year.
And you know what? I like your lineup too. The only other thing I would say, maybe if you don't want to go with the tight end, pad the tight end stats, maybe you go Khalil Shakur over Ferguson.
Yeah, I'm not going to comment. We're not going to give away our game plan here. I
But
don't know. I've been pretty good at playing the waiver wire, so maybe there's something else out there.
you know, Khalil Shakir in your flex. You know,
Gives me a
historically,
couple
this show is a projections don't mean shit kind of show.
Mm-hmm.
That would put you over in the projection category, though.
It would. It would.
Take that for what it's worth.
We'll say that I'll be giving this a second look before tomorrow at noon. So
The game, though, spread wise, you know, we could make it a pick 'em, but don't want to do that. We'll call it -1.5. Champ is here.
I think you could give him 3.5 for sure. I would.
We're gonna go 1.5. I like 1.5.
All
It's
right.
close. The projection is less than 1 point. It's gonna be close. So it's pretty much a pick 'em, you know.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'll take myself straight up because you have to.
yeah,
Where are you thinking?
this is a tough one, you know.
It is a tough one. This is going to be a good one.
I'm sorry, buddy.
All right. See ya.
I'm gonna I'm gonna go with the champ is here at money line. Just it's
All right. You're taking the money line, huh?
yeah.
Might as well. Let's pick 'em.
It's a pick 'em, yeah.
Fair enough. I respect your opinion, even though it's wrong. That's fine.
You just need too much to go wrong and too much
you're
to
right.
go right.
Yeah, that's
Don't get me wrong though. This is two number one seeds meeting each other.
Yeah, but Champ is here tends to throw up these 190 burgers. I don't
Yeah.
think I'm getting a 190 burger this week, but
You are the last person to cross 200.
yeah, last year I think, or I got close.
You crossed it last year. You almost broke the record.
I thought it was close. I thought we were almost giving away Doritos Locos.
If you would have broke the record. The record is like 230. You ended at like 221 or something like that.
Gotta bring back Doritos Locos promotion.
You know
To our
what?
paid partner,
Somebody
Taco Bell.
do something.
Yeah, we'll do
Somebody
200 bucks.
somebody give us a reason to pair back up with Taco Bell. Maybe an Arby's.
Our friends over at Taco Bell. Maybe we shift over to Arby's.
Maybe we're getting free beef and cheddars if people start coming close to breaking some records.
Let's go. That's a good
I
challenge.
I wanna reach out to these companies and pair with them. You guys just aren't giving me reasons to.
Not on Grant. folks.
What do you want me to do? Go to the CEO of our hey Mr. Arby? Can you give us a promotion for just doing average in fantasy football?
Is the CEO, is his name Mr. Arby?
No, I don't fucking know.
Do we know? Mr. Beef and Cheddar. That's how you start your email.
yeah. Hey, Mr. Roast Beef Classic.
Yeah, let's move it along here, but
Yeah.
I would love to see a 200-point performance from anybody.
I would too. All right, next matchup I have is Danis System versus the Legion of Poon. Legion of Poon on a hot streak a little bit. Danis System coming off a loss.
Mm-hmm.
Where's your head at with this one? What do you think? Kyron Williams did pretty good. Addison did bad for Danis System.
Who can be the better Williams here? Kyron Williams with a good game. Honestly, seems like he left a little on the bone, though. Wow, you can't say that. He ran all over us, man. That was tough to see.
Yeah.
But who can be the better Williams here? Do you think Javante can come back
Ooh.
better than last week?
I mean, he did have 2 touchdowns last week against the Saints.
He's going to need a touchdown for sure. Might
For
need two.
sure. Yeah, he's going to need 2. What's that?
Did Kyron Williams have 2?
No, he just had 1. Had 1
yeah,
receiving
yeah.
touchdown.
Yep, you'd love to see that extra point. But
Yeah, Javante Williams is going to need 2 tutties to beat.
how about
Kyron
Jacobs or
Williams.
Kamara? Who are you favoring here?
I like Kamara. I think he had an off week last week, but otherwise, I think he's been pretty solid all year.
Yeah.
I
he
mean,
did
22, 49, 15, 24, 12,
They
17.
showed their faith in him and signed him for another 2 years there.
Yeah, why not? Just hope he doesn't hit anybody in an elevator.
Was that him? No, that was are you thinking of Ray Rice?
No, they both did. Ray Rice beat the chick. Alvin Kamara beat up a guy in an elevator at the Pro Bowl like 2 years ago.
Pieced him up.
Because the guy was
That's
just
what I
like,
want my Pro Bowl players doing at the Pro Bowl.
yeah.
I think
It's Vegas, baby.
when in Vegas, punch someone in an elevator. I
Yeah,
think
you know, it
Jacobs
goes
has a favorable-
Cirque du Soleil, punch a guy in an elevator, 37th floor, Mandalay Bay.
Yeah, hookers and blow as well. So that,
Yeah.
But I think Jacobs has a little more favorable matchup against Jacksonville.
Yeah.
I think he might have the edge here a little bit, but it's pretty close. If Kamara can do Kamara things.
Yeah, Kamara needs to do Kamara things, but like, how does Jacobs do? I feel like he's been kind of streaky. Slow start and then up and down.
Yeah.
12, 13, 5, 11, 16, 12, 20. So you only really 2 weeks to write home about.
Let's just say he has more to give, I think. I think he has more to give.
I do like Josh Jacobs.
Yeah. He's really good in Vegas, and you'd have to say arguably on a better team, better offense now. So I think there's more meat on that bone that that Legion of Poon just hasn't got out of him yet. So
Legion of Poon starting DeAndre Hopkins for the new
Oh, yeah.
Kansas City Chiefs.
funny how he's injured in Tennessee, and then all of a sudden takes that little plane ride over to Kansas City, and he's
And
ready
magically
to
better. They must have had an EKG machine on that plane to check him out and heal him up on the way.
play. Yeah, he got in the healing chamber on the plane.
Yeah.
Ready to go, man. But yeah, you got to be pumped. I know D Hop, you would have dropped him last week, damn near.
Yeah.
Now,
Got a
he was
little bit
probably
more stock. I mean, who knows? I
up to
mean,
that.
it's still going to be a competitive environment for him. He's still got to work around Xavier Worthy. Is Rasheed Rice playing, or is he hurt right now?
No, he's out for a while. I don't know.
Or is
if
he's out for the season, isn't
he
he?
might come back for playoffs. I don't know. Don't quote me on that.
Okay, but still, you got to go around Xavier Worthy.
He's at least out for fantasy.
Juju might be there.
Yeah, Juju's there. Well, I suppose he was injured last.
Yeah, he was. Had the medical symbol.
Yeah.
But who knows? He great receiver, good hands, great route running.
Tank Dell's gonna need a bounce back too, for sure. I think. Gosh, I'd hate to say it, but I think Legion of Poon might. I think he might be able to pull this one off.
There's definitely a path.
I hope he does. Oh, he left Stafford on the bench though.
Oh, how does?
Mahomes, I think Mahomes
Ooh.
usually blows up against the Raiders though, so might be something there. Yeah.
Spread for this game, we're gonna call it 3.5.
3.5.
3.5 Dana system.
Ooh. Ooh, man. I think Dana's system to really seal this deal is going to need more out of Tank Dell and Travis Kelce. I really think that's where it's going to come down to the margins for him. Because Brock Bowers and D Hop can definitely outperform those two players.
Yeah.
Hell, Brock Bowers might be able to do it alone. But yeah, I don't know. This is I think I didn't try to take Legion of Poon lightly last week, and clearly he got the better of me. I don't know, man. Something's telling me Legion of Poon is heating up here. I'd almost take him on the money line if I was a betting man.
Ooh.
I don't know. I think I'm going to go with it. That's
Legion
what
of
my gut-
Poon money line.
Yeah. Am I saying that right? Money line? I don't know.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, money line is just a straight up, no points, just
Yeah.
a straight up victory. It doesn't matter by how many, just needs to win. I'm gonna take Dana's system minus 3.5.
Yeah.
I just think
I think he's going to blow him out of the water.
not necessarily blow him out of the water, but I think he's gonna win this week. Off to a hot start. Kyron Williams getting you 22 is nice. Now you just need Kamara to hit projections.
I think Legion of Poon definitely needs big games out of Javonte Williams and Alex Madison in the flex.
Yes. I was gonna say yes. Alex Madison needs to have a good game. Blow out your projections. Just
Sure, touchdown.
be amazing,
Yeah.
All right. Next matchup I have is the AT3 Artificial Turf Toe Tappers versus Uncle Buck's Power Drill.
Ooh.
Lad McConkey getting a start for Uncle Bucks here. Najee Harris getting a start too. Derrick Henry, the MVP front runner, I think, is also that's Uncle Buck's bread and butter right there. That's
Yeah. Meat and potatoes, huh?
and then he did make the switch to Jared Goff.
That's the right move.
Yeah.
Could you just drop Richardson at this point? He's hanging on to him.
He kept him from last year. I get why you don't. I think you drop Geno before you drop Anthony Richardson, just for that fact alone. You kept him, stick with your guns. Trust why you kept him. Otherwise, why did you keep him if you're just going to drop him?
Geno Smith is like the dollar menu cheeseburger at McDonald's,
Yeah.
I'm hungry, I'll play him. But,
I like it, but I'm probably going to feel bad about it later.
To a quarter pounder, Certainly you would if you had the money.
Yeah, but you don't have the money. That's why you're grabbing from the dollar menu.
You grab from the dollar menu.
I'll like it, but I'm gonna hate myself later for it.
I'm having bubble guts later.
um,
But, yeah.
Our AT3, Saquon Barkley, Ramondre Stevenson's are the
Uncle Buck.
RB duo
the
here.
early jump here with Justin Jefferson too, bringing his projection or probability to 57%.
Yep.
So you got to feel good if you're Uncle Bucks, huh?
Oh yeah, you got to feel great
Does
because
he have the lineup behind him? Though?
you know what? I'm gonna rattle this one off quick. AT3 is my pick.
Did you pick? What are
Yeah,
you setting
he's
the
gonna
spread
win. Spread, I'll put at 9.5,
at? Yeah, like that.
and I'll put it in I'll put it in Uncle Buck's favor because that's he started projected favorited and he's still projected favorite. So it's minus 9.5 for CR. And I'll take the spread on that. I'll go plus AT3 plus 9.5
So you're gonna take AT3 to cover.
to cover. Good teams win, great teams cover, Trevor.
I could see that.
But I still think that doesn't change. I think AT3 is going to win.
You think so?
Yes.
That's kind of where I'm leaning. I just don't know. There's a lot of risky plays here.
Both of them have risky plays, I think.
Yeah.
Lockett's risky. Najee's
Pittman.
risky. Ramondre Stevenson's kind of risky. Dobbins is kind of risky right now, I think.
Yeah, he started hot. Where are the keys to success here? I think
Started hot, fading off now. He's starting to cool.
it's a battle of the heavyweight running backs, though. Man,
Oh yeah. You got Saquon versus Derek.
gosh, man, this is going to be a close one. I'd almost that 9.5 spread seems criminal.
Hey, don't.
Seems like a trap
Vegas
bet.
makes these odds. You know, we don't make these odds.
We don't set the odds. No, we have no part in it. Absolutely not.
We'll act like we do, but we don't. It's DraftKings.
My gut says AT3 is going to cover that 9.5. And I'd almost slip a little side bet on the money line for him to take it too.
Oh, you want to, you know
Might
what?
be my interdivision jealousy coming out because I don't want Uncle Bucks to win. He's certainly a good team. But man, I don't know.
I'll do the same thing. I'll put that on my ticket also. I got AT3 to
Are we doing
cover,
a parlay?
and I'll do the
Doing a
money
parlay?
line also.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll do a parlay on this one.
All right. I guess we're both going AT3. Sorry, Uncle Buck. I have a hunch. I don't know. I don't know why. I have a hunch.
I don't know why either, but yeah, and I'm right there. All right, last matchup. Purple Rain versus No Game Plan. Is this I don't want to disrespect another team. Is this another one where just you want to dick around with the soundboard here?
Go for it.
And by the way, before we talk about this matchup, CBS has power rankings for us.
Mm-hmm.
Your boy has been the number 12 power rank team every single week up until this week. No game plan. No game plan is the new number 12 power rank team. I moved up to 11.
That almost seems.
Don't want to brag.
Game plan. What? Puka Nakua, though. Good for him.
Puka Nacua had a good game back.
Gosh. It's such a good lineup on Purple Rain. Every week I look at it and I'm like, how the fuck did this happen?
Yeah, how did we let this happen? But we
Let's
did.
say clearly we think favorite here. Say spread is. We're looking at 12.5 here, I think. Yes,
Yeah, 12 and a half.
Your gut says take Purple Rain and the points, right?
Yeah.
The numbers say it. The numbers say it. But let's say, what are No Games Plan keys for the upset?
Kenneth
Purple
Walker
Rain.
and Hubbard need to have good games. I mean, I think we know Kenneth Walker is going to do that, even though they play Buffalo. But I think Chubba Hubbard, he needs to continue on a roll. DJ Moore needs to come around.
Yeah.
And Dalton Kincaid, where the fuck has he been?
Let's see.
I mean, he's been playing.
He's got a 13 and 11. His highest score is 13 in week 3.
Yeah.
11 weeks ago.
I say again, where the fuck have you been? It's
You're
you're
just talking about how tight ends have kind of been a little bit of a sore spot this year, but yeah, he was good last year too. Especially when you consider Diggs leaving, you would have thought Kincaid takes some of those targets, you know.
yeah.
But now they got Amari Cooper as well there in Buffalo,
Yeah.
another mouth to feed.
But
Man.
you know, maybe that helps Kincaid out because where everybody else, you know, their production changes, his kind of stays the same, if
Amari
not
Cooper
goes up.
goes deep. They stretch the field a little bit. There's Dalton Kincaid underneath for the steady
Yep.
10 to 15 yard gain. So
Um,
yeah, man, and Demario Douglas in the flex, you're gonna absolutely need whoever, if it sticks, Demario Douglas.
I mean, I'm making some changes also. You know,
You need,
I'm throwing Olave in for.
Is Olave playing? He was concussed last night.
It looks like he is. There's no injury designation for him.
Sure.
Um,
Yeah, maybe he's got a little tweaks to make here.
he has some tweaks. I still don't think that helps though.
You're gonna need that flex player to pitch in.
Yeah, and I just think it's a day late and a dollar short kind of thing, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take Purple Rain in the points.
I'm gonna do the same. Too bad we're vanilla on this one, but
Yeah.
seems like an obvious choice.
All right, that's the last matchup. Yeah.
Well,
So
yeah, another weekend. Are we at the halfway point of the season? It seems.
yes, we are. We are halfway through the regular season.
Boy, been a great first half. Very competitive.
Very.
Yeah, to say the least.
Um,
We're starting to see some upsets, so I think there'll be a little moving and shaking going forward. Really volume for these playoff spots. So
yeah, anything can happen. Still, you know,
mhm.
there is not a playoff spot secured.
No,
Like
definitely
the
not.
buys aren't spoken for yet. You know, things can still get shooken up. People can lose out. People can win out. You know, anything can happen.
Certainly, it's fantasy football.
It
It's
is
football.
fantasy football. That's all I have for tonight, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out. Peace out.